The 600cc-ish supersport sector used to be one of the most hotly contested segments in motorcycling, with screaming, apex hunting machines like the Kawasaki ZX-6R fighting it out for supremacy, both on road and track. But thanks to their focused, single-minded nature, sales dwindled as the average rider grew older. Coupled with the enforcement of Euro 5, which makes it difficult to build high-revving engines with large valve overlap, which was historically the key to making a competitive 600, the supersport class was as good as dead, or so we thought. Both Honda's CBR 600RR and Kawasaki's long-running ZX-6R are returning to UK showrooms in 2024. Both have been on sale in the interim period in other markets with differing emission standards though, with the Kawasaki being the first to arrive. It's surprisingly unchanged, given how much stringent the latest standards are. The engine has sacrificed a single bhp at the top end by way of new cams, intake and exhaust headers, which have imbued the 636 cubic centimeters with more power low down. There are minor visual changes, with a TFT dash that allows for Bluetooth connectivity replacing the old conventional Tacho/LCD info panel, alongside a smart facelift with similarities to both the current ZX-10R and the all-new ZX-4RR2. But it's little different to the previous version, which was sidelined when EU5 was enforced in 2020, which in turn was a relatively mild evolution of the 2009 ZX-6R. Is there still a place on UK roads for a 636 cubic centimeter screamer? Tastes and opinion may differ, but in reality, it hasn't really moved the game on, and isn't likely to persuade former 600 buyers to come back from nakeds, adventure bikes, bigger sports bikes, or wherever they're getting their kicks now. Sure, it has a little bit more low-down grunt, which is something that we've all been screaming for from a supersport machine, yet with no changes to the chassis, suspension, or comfort. The 2024 ZX-6R is not measurably better on the road than before. There is the argument it isn't made for that, it's built to go fast on track and everything else follows suit, which is why it still has that unflinching focus that was once its key appeal, but time waits for no bike, it's still great at the hardcore track bike thing, and isn't perverted by overbearing electronic controls. It doesn't even have ride-by-wire throttle, as the CBR 600RR now does, which will make for an interesting comparison. But its strengths will only be positive attributes to a minority, while its limitations will remain a barrier to the majority.